Hello, this is Coach Sherry. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen today to the Make Your Job Suck Less podcast. On here, we talk about how difficult it is, the challenges of corporate America, and some great tips and ways to help overcome that. Today's topic is you have permission to rest. I want to tell you about Rhonda. Of course, that's a fictitious name, but Rhonda was always wore out from working. Rhonda never did anything fun because all she did was work. Rhonda felt like life was just passing her by and it was being lost in doing nothing but the day-to-day corporate grind. So Rhonda was very discouraged. And you know what? This is not the way to live. You're worth so much more than just work, and being overwhelmed and overburdened and often unappreciated for all the work that you do. So what do you need to do? You need to rest. It's very important to rest from all of that. Your company needs you to be the best. That's what they want from you, right? And a very big secret and often overlooked is the importance of rest because that helps you be your best. The fact is, we are never our best in a stressed state. Rest and disconnecting from the world and all those things that spin us up helps to bring all that down, to bring that stress down that the day-to-day will build into you. And especially if you don't deal with it over longer periods of time, that, let's face it, being in the workplace will definitely do that to us, then you're just going to continue to escalate in this stress state. And when we're in our stress state, we are never our best. That is just reality. So it's easy to just keep going, doing the work. I need to get this done. So-and-so expects that I have this. I have to be on top of this. I have to take care of that. But the reality is, if you don't rest, then everything you do will suffer. That is the truth. So if you take the time to rest, you'll be better at everything, even with that less time, which feels like counterintuitive, but that is the reality because when we rest and when we take time to step away from all of that nonsense that goes on in the workplace and give our minds and our bodies and our emotions time to just relax and be out of the charging of all of that, it helps to restore us and it helps to put us back in a more equal state. So our emotions will be lower, our frustrations will take longer to build up and react. And then unfortunately what happens sometimes if you allow yourself to stay in a chronic stress state, then you have things you have to apologize for later. And nobody, self included, nobody likes that. So taking time to rest can help with that as well. So how do you do it? It's so easy to overlook rest. It's just our American culture and our workplace culture that you just go and never stop. So how do you do it? Well, here's some tips to make sure that you rest. So the first thing is build in periods of rest into your schedule. Yes, I did say schedule to do nothing or schedule to do resting or whatever it is that helps you to disconnect and to recharge. If you schedule it, then it's much easier to not forget about it in all the hustle and the grind and trying to handle everything that you're doing. So if you schedule it, then you see it on your calendar and now you have to deal with it. You can't just blatantly ignore it and just keep going. So schedule it weekly, schedule it daily, schedule it every few days, whatever it takes for you to make sure that you manage this stress state of not getting enough rest. And that's the second point. Recognize when you're in this stressed state. See the signs and be able to step back from that so that you can have intentionality to how you're going to address it. So many people I work with don't really understand their own traits and characteristics that they start to exhibit when they're in this stress state. So self-awareness becomes very important so you can start to recognize the signs early so that you can catch it before it escalates and then you can work to reverse it and it doesn't get to this critical boiling point where you just can't take it anymore. And the third point is enjoy life. It's so short. It passes by so quickly. And you know what? Those moments with kids and loved ones and friends, they're not going to come around again. Some of those moments are one-time things. And it's crazy, again, self-included, how much we sacrifice our personal lives for what we're trying to do at work. But you have to be really good at prioritizing what you're not going to sacrifice and then maybe what can slide. But the whole point is to live life with no regrets. I promise you, the work will get done eventually. And you know what? If it slips a little bit, the world is going to continue to spin. It's okay. But missing critical time with those relationships in your life that you value above all other things can be life impacting. And the reality is, a lot of times, we don't miss those moments for really critical things. It just more is a chronic issue of how we've adapted to work in the workplace and be responsive to all the demands upon you. So the lesson is rest. It's okay. It's required. Don't miss the value of it, because rest is a very special ingredient to making you the superstar that you absolutely can be in the workplace. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. This is my passion, is to help folks make the impact they want to make in the workplace. And a lot of times that's self-care. That's taking care of yourself and being aware. And so I help folks with what that looks like and how to navigate that to a new status quo in their life. Check it out. I can help you. MakeImpactAtWork.com is the website. So go to MakeImpactAtWork.com so we can connect. And thank you so much for taking the time to listen. And we will see you at the next episode. Bye-bye.